Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the second series on how to build dynamic inventory management in Excel. Now, let's begin. Today we're going to be looking at how to create this dynamic and ever-changing price table that changes automatically every single time any of our product cost price changes. So we need to change the cost price as well plus the sales price. Now let us look at this. Let's say this product is being sold, this very product is being sold at this price and we purchased it at this very cost. So when we want to make sales, we are going to sell at this price and this is the cost price. So let me show you what I'm talking about. That same product I just showing you right now is this two products. So they are being sold at this price and this is the cost. So now we want to actually change our cost and our price because we have the cost of the product to be changed or to be hiked overnight from the manufacturer. So all we need to do is to copy this and bring it beneath here, place it down, then give it its price. It's not more the way it were. So now we are buying at the rate of 14,000 and we are to sell at the rate of 15,500. Can you see that? So it has changed. So the variance is 11, it's 1,500 and we have 11% variance. Now the effective date is going to be this today's date, which is going to be 4th of what? 4th of August 2020. So we hit enter. So now if we go back to transactional table, so we still see the old price is what we have right here. But right now we want to actually make sales currently, like today. We want to make sales today of the same product. If I select it, I'm going to see nothing right here. It's going to tell me to enter value. It was because I've not entered the effective date, which is the date I'm going to sell this at. So if I enter today's date, which is the 4th of August. So what do I see? I see different price, but we are still selling the same product. This product is still the same thing as this. This is the category. You can see what that is, but it does not affect the previous one because we are using what? We are using effective from that. So this is what I'm about to show you how to create. So now let's begin. So we're going to go to view and we're going to switch window to the workbook. Now here we go. We actually learned how to create this very table yesterday. If you've not watched this video, kindly click on the link below and go to the first video we have actually used to create this very dynamic sales or transactional table and learn how we actually got this drop down. So this drop down is coming up from the price table, and we have some dynamic function we wrote to actually pull those data out. So we have this function, we have this function, and and we are very specific about how many products we want to actually entertain. So you need to learn all about that. So now the first thing we have to do is for we to populate our price table with some random prices and costs of the product. So now I think I have it right here. So all I need to do is to select. So when I select, I come up to the transactional table, I paste it right here. I'm gonna actually paste it as I'm gonna click on this, then I have this paste value. So I have this paste value. So right now, oh sorry, mistake. We're not to paste here, we're to paste in the price table. So I have this paste value, go back to it again, choose paste value. So we have it right here. So the next thing I have to do is to format it a little bit. So we're going to go on formatting. So then Control-1 will help us with that. So we go to currency and we're going to be using dollar, then we hit enter. So the next thing is to format here to be on the percentage. So click on this and we hit percentage, is already on it, so that we hit and go. So we want to get a variance between the cost and the sales price. So it's going to be equal to this or minus this. It gives us the variance automatically. So to get the variance percentage, we're going to be having this divided by this -1. We hit enter. Here is the variance percentage that we saw it at. So the next thing is actually this. So we can see this is very simple to be created, we have the stock ID, we have effective from date, which we're going to be using to actually pull this very price and cost to this transactional table, so that every single time we actually select a particular product, it will look at the table and actually select the very current or price we are selling our product on. So the previous price will actually be overlooked at all of that. So we have the product category and we have our cost, sales, price as well. So the category is actually going to be on a drop down which we've not created, and I've shown you how to do that. Watch the first video, just get the link below this video, you can watch it. So now the next thing you have to do, now we have to go to the transactional table. So when we get to the transactional table, we want to actually populate our price dynamically. So we're gonna click on equal to right here, and we open the bracket and we go to the price table, and like we select the whole product we have right here down to the last one and set. Now we're not going to say equal to. The question is this: is any of these products we have right here equal to the product being purchased or that is going to be purchased by our customer? We hit on this. So we're using dynamic array. So now if that is the case, we close it and we're going to multiply it and open on the bracket and come back to the price table and look at the date right here to help us check the current price that this product we just selected previously is being sold at. So we're going to say, is any of these dates less than or equal to the date we actually sell this particular product to our customer, the date the product is being purchased at. If any of the date in the price table is less than or equal to, we're gonna put less than or equal to this date. So we want you to actually give us this price. So we select all our price there. So we want you to give us the price. The product being selected is being actually sold or currently sold at. Now that's it. We just close it up. So we are not done. We just have some few steps to go. So now we're going to be using lookup to actually extract our price. So we're going to say lookup. So and the lookup value is going to be 2. That is the lookup value, comma, we're going to be dividing this by 1. So now if you look at here, we have the lookup right here as a function. So we have the lookup value to be this, and we have the lookup vector to be this. So in the lookup vector, we have the price, and from the price table, which is this, to here, by asking like, okay, is any of this price in the price table equal to the price, or sorry, is any of the product in the price table equal to the product being purchased? If yes, help me look at it. Is any of the date less than or equal to the date being sold, that the product is being sold at? If the product is being sold at a lesser date, that maybe we have the previous date is higher, we want to actually use this date that is actually current. So the current date is going to be actually what we're going to be using to pull our price out. So that is why when we have the lookup value, we have the lookup vector is going to be this, and we are going to have the result we want to pull out. So the result we want to pull out now is actually the price, the sales price. So now we have everything closed. I hope we have everything under control. The next thing to do, we have to hit enter. And what do we have? We have everything populated. This is the price we're actually selling at. So before we test it out to see what we've done, if it is correct, let us actually come up with the price as well. So we're going to say equal to, you get it? So the next thing we have to do, we go to the price table and like click on the product. Is any of this product equal to the product being selected or being purchased by our customer here? So we close it. When we close, we multiply it and open in that one again, then go to the price table and select the whole date, and like, is any of these dates less than or equal to the date the product is being purchased? Then if yes, close it. If yes, I want you to actually help me pull out the costs of the product being purchased. Can you see that? Then we close, and finally we use our lookup to help us get it. Then lookup So it's 2, the lookup value is 2, and we're going to like divide it by 1. Now what we need to actually see again for you to understand, this is the lookup value, this is the lookup vector, and this is the result we want from the lookup vector, right? Now what we need to do is to hit enter again. If there is no any error, we're going to have it populated. This is what we get. So now we have actually done this. Let us test it out and see if it is working for us. Now we go to the last. Okay, now this is what we get. Now here is our product. You can see our product right here. So the military, both women, is actually being sold. We hit this. So this is the sales price. It's been sold at the rate of $10,000, and the cost price was just $9,000. So now we want to still sell the same thing. Now when we make another sales of this very product again, so we hit enter. So what we're gonna have this bunch of NA. So we don't want this NA. Instead, we want to give it a specific message. The reason why it is giving us not available is because we've not selected the effective date. So we want to actually give it a message like, click on it, we come and use if error. If error. So what do we want to display if there is an error? So click on this and like, okay, if there's an error, we're gonna want to like select dates. Then we close, we hit enter. Now you can see that you can implement the same thing right here using if error to hide the error and give us what is actually gonna make sense to the end user. It's gonna be select date. Close it and hit enter. Select it. Now look at what is going on. We don't have the price to come up. Instead we have selected just because we've not selected any date. So when we now come here like, okay, we want to actually see how much we're going to be selling this. So we sell it at maybe before today, let's say the 3rd of August. We are selling this because I want to do something. So I hit enter. So we still have it sold at the same price, but let us see how we can actually change our price. So the price changes from the manufacturer. So we want to look at the product we are actually to change its price, which is this very military boots women, right? Let me guess, right? Okay, yep, that is what it is. So what I'm going to do right now is to copy to both the category as well, copy it and combine it here and paste it right here. So when I paste it, I'm going to change the effective date to be what? To be today's date, which is the 4th of August 2020. Then hit enter. So I'm going to have the price change from what? The cost change from 9,000 to 1,000. It's going to be 1,000. Okay, yeah, to be 1,000. 10,000, right? I think it's 10,000. Okay, it should be 10,000. And I'm going to be selling at the rate of 11,000. Look at that. At the rate of 11,000, you can see the variance right here. So now if I go back to my transactional table, you don't have it changed. We are still selling at this very at this very date. But the moment I actually make those sales with the current date, so military, then I hit enter. So it tells me to select. So I'm going to be selling at today's date. Like today's date is 4th of August. I hit enter. You see everything changes. It's not the same thing with what we have right here. So we are actually selling at the rate of 11,000, which is the price we're selling at, and we purchased it at the rate of 10,000. So this is the previous sales price, but right now it is our cost price. You can see how dynamic this could be. So you can actually implement what I've done here in your own project. Build spreadsheet for anybody who wants it and make money with it. So if you don't understand anything right here, leave a comment and ask me a question about how I came up with this, and I'm going to explain to you in more detail on how to do this. So I believe you know how we actually got this and this. So we want to actually get to know how much we're going to make if we sell this, or per one, if we sell this one, if we sell one of these products. So this is our profit. If we sell multiple of the products, so we're gonna have more profit. So we can see right here. So if we come down like this, we can see how much we are actually making because we've not selected anything right here, we're having 0. So if this person purchased 2 and this person purchased 3, you can see the price and the cost as well. The deal price actually changed and none of them paid, so we are having them to be unbalanced. So immediately we have it paid, it's going to be actually cleared out. So we're going to go to the tab and see what I'm talking about. So now if we have, this is due amount, this is how much the person paid. If this group of people actually paid everything, let's say they pay though, and I select and paste the value. I'm going to use paste value so that I wouldn't lose my format. Hit enter. So I'm going to have everything to be 0, so they are not going to balance us anything because they paid everything. That is how it works. And if we come right here, we're going to see how much is the balance. The debt paid, he paid no debt, and amount paid and debt paid, what it is, and the cost of goods sold is what we actually talking about. So if you want to actually get this right, what you need to do is to watch the first video and actually get to know how we created it, because I've actually explained everything we have right here down to here and the drop down we have right here. Watch the first video. So I'm just going to be leaving another link that actually you're going to use to download this very current one we've just done to practicalize what we've actually done as well, to learn how to do this in more detail. So whatever you don't understand, kindly leave just ask question about it. So I'm gonna have to explain to you how it works until you get it right. So I want you to get everything, so don't leave any stone unturned. Reach out to me. If you've not subscribed to my channel before, kindly go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Hit that little bell right there to get notified anytime I drop another tutorial. So the next one we're going to be going to is how to actually enter the product we purchased. So we still have more to go. I've shown us what we're going to be achieving. So if you've not watched that video, I'm going to be linking you to the first video that actually gives us the overall things we're going to be doing to create this dynamic inventory management system. So now we're going to actually be looking at how to handle price, or how to handle debt as well, and so many more of it. So thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you staying till now. I love you guys.